Okay, this is quiz 2, version 1 from February 26, and I'm going to talk about question number 9. And in question number 9, you're given some information for 3 different years. You've got year 1, 2, and 3. And you're told that in those years, the CPI begins at 1.10, increases to 1.24, and then increases to 1.32. So what it's asking you is, at first it tells you that the CPI is increasing across each year, and that's clear from the table, 110, 124, 132. But then it's asking you, well, what's happening to the rate of inflation across years 1 and 2 and across years 2 and 3? So they're asking you whether the inflation rate is increasing or decreasing or staying the same. So we're going to figure that out. So first thing I need to do is figure out inflation across years 1 and 2. And that's just going to be by how much that CPI changes relative to where it began times 100. And across 2 and 3, same deal. Only now it's at 1.32 and it started at 1.24 relative to where it started from, times 100. Right? So across years 1 and 2, you have 12.7% inflation. And across years 2 and 3, you have 6.5% inflation. So this tells you that across years 1, 2, and 3, inflation is decreasing. The rate of inflation is getting smaller. All right, the last part is it's asking you what is happening to the relative price of a computer, given that computers are changing by computer prices are changing by 15% across years 1 and 2 and across years 2 and 3. Well, if the percentage change in a computer is equal to 15%, and that's true across years 1 and 2, and that's true across years 2 and 3, to figure out what's happening to the relative price of a computer, simply compare the rate of change in that price, 15%, in year 1 and 2, with the inflation rate, 12.7%. Since 15% is greater than 12.7%, that's telling you that computer prices are increasing relative to the prices of other goods and services. Similarly, the same reasoning, since they're changing 15% across years 2 and 3, compared to inflation across years 2 and 3, 15 is greater than 6.5%, so the price of computers continues to grow faster than the prices of goods and services. That means the relative price of a computer has gone up. Computer prices relative to the price of other goods and services. So the answer to your question is the CPI is increasing, inflation is decreasing, and the relative price of computers is going up. They are getting relatively more expensive compared to other goods and services. Hope that helps.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.